Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I want to thank you for viewing my presentation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Abdul and I am from University 17 August 1945 Surabaya. Okay friend, in this presentation we will discuss the best student solution in a pandemic period, online versus offline learning. As we know that COVID-19 is rampant, especially in Indonesia itself. Because of that, there are a lot of impact, such as the economic downturn. As a result of COVID-19, the government issued new policies to stop the spread of COVID-19, one of which was by doing social distancing. The next impact is the disruption of the education system, which was originally done offline to online. Until now, it is not known when the offline education system face-to-face will start. This is due to the soaring number of COVID-19 spreads in Indonesia, which makes the government not there to take the decision to resort the offline learning system face-to-face. For now, the government prefers online learning because it is considered easier. Besides that, we can take advantage of existing technology can reduce the spread of COVID-19. Well, I will discuss the material regarding the best solution for students during the pandemic, online versus offline. Online versus offline learning. Online learning. Online learning is learning that is done without face-to-face, but through an available platform. Learning platform will vary depending on the software used, but usually consists of a central online platform that students can access from their personal PC, mobile phones, or tablet. Offline learning. Offline learning is learning that is done face-to-face and communicates directly. Offline learning requires a physical container placed to accommodate participants and giver of material, classroom for larger number of participants, or small room for private courses. Data about online and offline learning. E-learning is an internet-based learning method or online learning. All students to students in Indonesia and even around the world who are exposed to COVID-19. Learning aims to avoid face-to-face learning. This is done to prevent the spread of COVID-19. The result of data processing using Excel from the answer of the student according to the question made are displayed in graphic form. The pictures beside each graph of filling in student questionnaires by semester. Beside on the graph of 2 semester 3 students with a presentation of 72%. Semester 1 students are 10.8%. Semester 5 students are 8%, and semester 7 students are 8.3%. Information technology make the learning process more effective. The graph besides show that information technology does not make the learning process more effective. Based on the graph beside, students state that the online learning process was less effective for students. 56.1% said learning was not effective. 43.9% students said it was effective. According to Hoira, the weakness of online lectures is that students find it more difficult to understand the material presented by the teacher, and the lack of social activities with friends is hampered. The learning-based learning process for students requires supporting facilities and infrastructure so that learning can take place and have a better quality of learning. On the result of describe a more understandable lecture method based on the result of describe. Students stated that 94.3% prefer offline lectures. This means that students prefer face-to-face lectures. The use of offline and online learning resources is the use of learning resource used in the classroom. This means that the e-learning used has not been able to replace the implementation of face-to-face learning because the face-to-face method is much more effective than e-learning. Effective e-learning can be due to limitations in internet accessibility. Hardware and software and financing are often obstacles in maximizing online learning resources. Brillianur states that the delivery tool is not a determining factor for the quality of learning, but the design of the subject determines the effectiveness of learning. As many as 100% of students prefer lectures to be conducted offline. Solution: during a pandemic like this, all the activities that we usually do outside the home have all been moved to their respective homes. Starting from work to school, oral lectures are done online. Of course, online learning is different from face-to-face learning. Direct interaction when carrying out activity is of course easier to do and less boring. However, the current state of online learning certainly makes some people feel bored and easily bored. In my opinion, solutions that can be done in online learning serves as 1. Disciplines in making lesson plans of course. By making a good class schedule, you can minimize all other activities outside of the course so that you can take lesson course on time and not procrastinate. Create a comfortable atmosphere. A comfortable atmosphere when doing online learning of course support your enthusiasm and focus in doing online learning. Of course, you will feel more comfortable and excited to learn it. The atmosphere is very suitable for you. Fast internet connection. Number 3. Maybe the internet has become a must at this time because with the internet we can all connect with each other when doing online learning. With fast internet, of course, we hope that when we learn online, the signal will not falter. Hence, the internet is a key factor in the solution. Conclusion 1. My opinion regarding online learning during COVID-19 is that online learning can be one of the right solutions to prevent the spread of COVID-19. However, people are not used to this kind of system, so many people experience culture lag. Actually, I have a solution that I think is better, namely by providing alternate opportunities to study at school and study online. It can be done, for example, 20 people first and the 10-20 others. So there is still face-to-face contact. Number 2. In my opinion about offline learning, face-to-face learning is more profitable than online because student perception are much easier to learn face-to-face. Online learning, of course, has many problems, not only signals and devices that are not sufficient. However, there are many other things out there that make online learning less effective. Maybe for urban people, things like this are very natural to do before a pandemic like this. However, this is not the case for people who live in areas where conditions do not allow online learning. Conditions like that are a spirit conversation if online learning continues, because all the existing facilities are uniform and there is a very striking imbalance between one region and another. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you very much for your great attention, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your listening. May all those we have shared be beneficial for all of you. Thank you so much for your attention.